That's what we're praying. God, raise millionaires here. And I'm starting a sermon series on how to make wealth. Gary and Angel know there. I'm saying, give me stuff to give my people. I'm tired of waiting for millionaires. I'm going to pray that we become millionaires, that there's people in my church that raise up. Don't reject that. There's things we don't do out of fear. There's things we don't do. God can change our circumstance. Brother, I now have the biggest building south of Shaw. Why? Because God, not because of me. These guys will tell you, Pastor will run everything into the ground. I took a step, bro, with ask around 15 members into a church that sits 700 and has a gymnasium. And we went in there with like 30 people. Why? Because we knew the building's bigger than us, but so is our God. We didn't let fear stop us. We didn't let fear stop us. And Pastor Gary has remodeled all of it. Pastor Gary has remodeled. He just gave us a bathroom that's better than the bathroom at People's Church. Pastor Gary did that. And I'm sorry. So you're right, his grandson now. He hasn't finished the 2 here because that's it. He's waiting, but don't reject, bro. Don't stop with the. Oh, there you go. Jesus wasn't the only one that was rejected. Listen to what Paul said in 2 Corinthians 11:23-29. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they Abraham's descendants? So am I. This is St. Paul, verse 23, 2 Corinthians 11. Are they servants of Christ? I'm out of my mind to even talk to you this way, but I am more. I have worked much harder. I've been in prison more frequently. I've been flogged more severely. I've been exposed to death again and again. 5 times I received from the Jews the 40 lashes minus 1. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was pelted with stones. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I spent the night out at sea. I've been constantly on the move. I have been in danger from rivers, in danger from bandits, in danger from my fellow Jews, in danger from Gentiles, in danger in the city, in danger in the country, in danger at sea, and at danger because of false believers. I have labored and I have toiled. I have gotten nights without sleep. I've known hunger. I've known thirst. I've often even gone without food for days. I have been cold and I've been naked. Besides everything, I face daily the pressure and the concern of all of these churches. Who is weak? Don't feel weak. Who is led into sin? Don't sin. None of us have been rejected as much as that man. But he said, for me to live is Christ, but to die is gain. Because he understood his suffering was with a purpose, his rejection was with a purpose, and as your rejection is not for a purpose, it will haunt you. It will haunt you. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes right there where you're at. There was life-changing words shared here today. That was 15 minutes, PG. There was life-changing words shared. Who did you invite? Who did you ask to come? Did you not ask them out of fear for rejection? I know Pastor Gary, he's one of the givingest men in the world. If you would have walked through that door, said, I brought a friend and we don't have money to pay for him, Pastor Gary said, don't worry, we got him. But we can't let fear keep us from not sharing. And you might be sitting here today, Pastor, how can I invite somebody when I got all these issues of my own with addiction to this and all those things that Pastor mentioned? I said, Santo, not my men. But you say, I don't want to invite somebody because they know who the real me is and they know all my addictions and they know that I'm afraid. And how can I invite my own family? They know that I'm an angry man. It's okay to be angry, Angel said. Just do not sin in your anger. But if you do, it's okay to ask for forgiveness. Don't let the fear of rejection keep you from changing somebody's eternity for forever. Because they might reject me. We are going to change this world one soul at a time with eternity. But you can't be afraid of rejection. You got to own it. You've got so many great words. I'm going to ask the men of God that are here to come up and stand here and face you. The men of God are going to be up here and they're going to pray with us. If there's anybody left on the worship team, come join the worship up here. And I'm gonna release this in a little bit, and I'm gonna ask you. You know what you needed prayer for. The three pastors before me, and even I, are telling you, I would not be here today without Pastor Johnny, without Pastor Gary and Angel, who for 20-some years have been in the trenches with me. I have members here like Ralph that have been with me 23 years, Albert 20 years. And I'll tell you guys, I deal with all those things they talked about today. But it's because of them in my life, I'm standing before you, broken, beaten, and changed. If you need prayer for something, I'm going to ask you to come and ask one of these men of God to lay hands on you, and I'll be over here on the end, and we're just going to pray with you. If you need to find a place here and confess things to God, find a place up here and confess things to God. I'm asking you to stand right there where you're at. If you heard something today and you're saying, I need prayer for this, just come up here. And guess what? If you just come up here, you don't want to kneel, you want to stand, you want to find a place. If you do not know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, tell one of these men, pray for me, I need Jesus in my life. Tell them, this is between you and God. Come to the altar right now. Come and have us pray with you.